everyone. Welcome back to Crafts by KMW. I'm Karen. Thank you so much for clicking on this video to watch it. I truly appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. And I hope you get some ideas and inspiration from it. So today it is rainy and cloudy and dark and just kind of dismal outside. And as far as I'm concerned, every day is a great day to craft, but days like this where you really don't want to go outside unless you really have to, these are perfect days to craft. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm already starting to get into the frame of mind of fall decor. If you watched my recent haul video, I bought a couple Halloween items, and one of them is a set of 4 pillowcases. I love them. I cannot wait to put them out. And that has really inspired me to get going on fall decor and to actually start crafting some fall decor. And I also watch a couple channels on YouTube where they do fall and Halloween shopping, seasonal shopping. And one of my favorites is Chris the Girl. And she has gone to, I don't know how many stores already. She started in June. And she has really gotten me excited for Halloween decor. I've seen a lot of things that I want to purchase for my home. She lives in Florida, and it seems like the Halloween stuff is being put out already. I live in the Northeast, and we really don't have too much Halloween stuff out yet. So ours will probably come out August, so I am feverishly waiting. So today I thought I would get started making something. So I am going to make this really cute DIY project from the Maker's Map owned by Amber Strong. If you've never seen her before or know who she is a crafter. She makes videos for Facebook of her crafting. A couple years ago, she used to do videos where she would buy things from like the Dollar Tree and turn them into a really beautiful project for like $5. Now she crafts mostly her own DIY kits, which is fabulous. She has a ton of them. I bought 13 over the Memorial Day weekend, and this is the first one that I'm crafting. So this is called the set of spindle pumpkins, and you can see why. There's these adorable little spindles. I love these. I actually bought another spindle kit of hers. It's an American flag sign, and she has more. She has Christmas tree, she has a snowman, she's got some other things that are made with these spindles. I love them. So this kit was $22. I'm gonna link her website below. I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. I just want to share because I am really, really happy with these kits. So these are made out of wood. They're made out of MDF, and she cuts them with a laser, as you can see. So you can see where the cuts have been made. And I guess this might be oil or water stains, I don't know, to kind of cool the machine down. But these are all handmade, and you decorate and then glue them together and you have a beautiful new project. I will post a picture that she has on her website of one way you could finish this project. So she usually paints them. I'm not super into painting. I really like working with paper more. So I'm going to decoupage or put paper on these. But to begin, I wanted to at least show you what it will look like. So the stand goes on the back like this, and then you put the little quarter circle in, and then the pumpkin stands up like that. So really cute. This kit was $22 full price. I didn't pay that for that. I got a discount. If you go on her website and she doesn't have a sale, put things in your cart and leave them there until she does. She does regular sales. From what I can see, her sales run at least once every week or once every couple of weeks. She does full store sales. She does targeted sales, like on all 4th of July, there's 20% off, or on all Christmas, there's 30% off, whatever. And she has a huge selection to choose from. I will probably be making most of the kits that I have bought on video and putting them up on my channel because I know they're going to be fun to make. They're going to be beautiful when they finish, and hopefully I can give you some ideas. So to start with, I wanted all of these pieces to have sort of a finished edge. So I took a Posca pen, and I did this off camera because I didn't think you'd want to sit there and watch me Posca pen edges. So I just Posca penned all the edges of the pumpkin. And then I did the stems. I did those in brown. I used a brown Spectrum Noir pen, and I'm actually going to coat the entire stem with the Spectrum Noir as well. I'll probably do that at some point soon. So I have all my edges done, and I even did the edges on the stand as well. And so then I needed to decide on how I wanted to cover each of these. So I thought that I wanted to use different papers. I have a huge paper stash. I have a 3-drawer like wheelie cart thing that is completely full with paper, and the drawers are really deep and they're 12 by 12. And that thing is completely filled with paper. Plus I have paper in other places as well. I could probably open a paper store. But I did not find any papers other than plain oranges that I wanted to use. So I went to my digital stash. So I paper scrapbook and digital scrapbook, as well as paper and digital journal. So I have purchased a lot of digital kits and files from scrapbooking sites. One of my favorites is Scrap Girls, although I'm not even sure if they're open anymore. They might have closed. One of my favorite scrapbooking stores closed recently, and it might be them. But there are lots of scrapbooking websites out there that you can buy really cool papers and digital elements from. And then I also get files for free from websites like Pixabay and Raw Pixel. They have downloadable images that you can download and use for free, commercially, for sale, or for personal reasons. Pixabay is 100% free, and then Raw Pixel has free images and images that you have to pay for. They have monthly or yearly subscriptions. I used to subscribe to Raw Pixel, but I wanted to save a little money, so I discontinued it, but I'm gonna pick that back up again because they have amazing, amazing files. I've gotten so many awesome things from them. So I wanna show you the papers I made. I use Photoshop Elements 2019, and it's a little old now, but it works for me and I love it. I'm used to it, I know how it works, and I don't plan on updating it anytime soon. So these are all printed on matte photo paper. I believe this is just generic photo paper I bought from Amazon. It's not like Canon or HP or anything like that. You got 100 sheets for like $20, and it's double-sided, which I really like. So you don't have to sit there worrying about whether you're putting the right side up in your printer. So it works very well. It's pretty thick, and I like that because it will hold up to the glue a little bit better than thin paper will. So most of these files are one orange paper base. So I just took an orange paper and then I added some styles onto them. So I have some crinkled paper styles, some cardstock styles, just to make them look a little more realistic. And then on this one, I had a damask overlay. I just changed it to white. So I printed that. This one was a scrapbooking paper and I just changed the tone a little bit. I wanted all of these to be very similar in tone. Some are darker or lighter, but I all wanted them to work together. And then this one was a houndstooth. It was black. I just changed it to orange. This one is another overlay. This one was a polka dotted paper. I pretty much left it the way it was. I made it a little darker by copying it, and then I used a multiply filter, which deepens the color. So I did that. This is actually a scrapbooking paper for Halloween. And I didn't want these to necessarily be Halloween because I do decorate for Halloween, but I only have my Halloween stuff up through Halloween. And then I take it all down and I leave the fall stuff up through Thanksgiving or whenever I start decorating for Christmas. So I didn't want to make these necessarily Halloween, but I really like this print. I like vintage. I like kind of goth, dark stuff. So I thought this would be really cool, and it's not going to be that prominent. So I think it'll be fine. And this one, I just applied a style to it to make it look a little bit more realistic and give it some texture. So this one was the plain orange paper, and then I had a quatrefoil overlay, and then I applied a glitter style to it. It's a little more gold that I wanted. On the screen, it looked more cream, but it's okay. I still like it. And then this one, I applied a damask overlay, and then I used an embossed style, and it kind of gives it a raised look, and it darkens the back, so what comes forward or what's lighter looks like it's embossed. It's probably hard to tell. You probably can't really tell that it looks embossed, but it does live and in person. So these are the papers I'm using, and I'm going to cover everything except for the back. So I'm even covering the pumpkins, and I am covering the stand. I don't know exactly where I'm going to put these when I'm done, if I will put them on a table, like my dining room table or my coffee table, and I don't want the backs to be ugly, so I am covering everything. So what I did already was I took all of the pieces and I traced them out onto the various sheets of paper, planning what pattern I wanted to go where. And I labeled them all. So there's a big pumpkin and a little pumpkin. And I'm going to go ahead and cut these out, and then I will be ready for the next step. So I'm gonna cut these out off camera because I don't think you really wanna see me cutting things out for about a half an hour. So I will be back as soon as I have all of these pieces cut out. So I will see you in a little while. Okay, so I am back and I've cut out all the pieces, and now I'm gonna start gluing them on. I'm not sure if I'm going to do all the gluing in real time. I might do it in like halftime or something. So speed it up a little bit. So again, you don't have to sit there and watch me gluing all these individual pieces, but I did want to do at least one so you could see my process. So I'm going to start with the back of the big pumpkin. So just making sure that it fits good. It seems to. All right. So I'm going to use wood glue. So with the kits that Amber sends, she sends a card that gives you suggestions for supplies and materials you can use to decorate and finish your projects. And one of them she includes is using wood glue. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because these are wood, and I hope that it will adhere really well. I want these to last for years to come, so I want them to be constructed well. And I am going to use a silicone brush to spread the glue around and make sure it's nice and even and that there are no glops. That helps with the adhering process, and it also helps to minimize any bubbling or puckering you may get because you are putting something dry on something wet. And then I also have my diamond painting roller attachment. This I bought on with my new pen, and I featured this in my newest haul video, so you can check out all the information about this whole set. And so that way I can roll and make sure, again, that the glue is adhering really well. There's no bubbles or pucker points or anything like that. So I'm just using Elmer's wood glue. Hopefully, if I can get the top off. Okay, there we go. All right. This glue is pretty thick, so I don't think I need a ton of it. One thing I really like about these silicone brushes is that they do not soak up anything that you are using. So whether it be glue or paint, they don't absorb it. So you get more bang for your buck. I don't know about you, but whenever I use a regular bristle brush, like to paint with or whatever, and I'm finished and I'm rinsing it off and I'm seeing all this paint go down the drain and the water comes out, whatever paint color you were using, because you are washing away all kinds of paint, and it just makes me want to cry. So I really love these because they don't absorb anything, so you get the full amount of whatever you're using. I'm just gonna add a little bit more here. I don't know if it's the silicone brush or just the wood glue itself. It's not spreading super well, so I just had to add a little bit more. I want to get glue on every surface. I just want to make sure it's on the edges really well. That's really important, so it will adhere. All right. So now I'm just going to place this on top. Just going to turn around, make sure that I'm getting it right. If there's excess sticking out, I definitely can trim that off if I need to. All right, so I just flipped it over. I'm just pressing down with the paper side down. And now I'm going to just spray that and make sure that it adheres really well. I was actually going to buy a separate brayer for both my diamond paintings and for this purpose, for gluing. And when I saw this pen with the brayer attachment, I was like, yes, I can save money. All right, I think I've gotten that pretty good. All right, no puckers or anything, fantastic. And what I'm gonna do now, since I will have time for this to dry, is I'm gonna take my Spectrum Noir brown sparkle pen and just finish the stem here. A little more squeezed out than I wanted to, but that should absorb in. All right, so I'm gonna let that dry for a little while. And then I'm gonna work on the other one. I'm just gonna set that aside. So that's my process. So I think you can use any glue you want. I don't think it matters. Whatever you have. I was going to use hot glue because hot glue works on anything. But the reason I didn't is because hot glue is pretty impossible to get flat or to spread out. And I didn't want it to get lumpy and show through. So that was my issue. It's not really a big thing with the pumpkins, but on the spindles and the stripes, you don't want to have little bumps and stuff showing through. So that's why I decided not to use hot glue. But I will be using hot glue in another process, doing another thing to decorate the pumpkins. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish all the gluing, and I will speed it up for you, and then we'll come back and continue making these beautiful. Okay, so I am back from gluing. So as you might have seen in that sped up gluing video, I did make a few mistakes. So on some of the pieces, I put too much glue on, and you saw me having to wipe it away. And then on this piece, it had too much glue, and some of the glue got on the brayer and it started taking off the paper. So I just glued a new sheet on it. I actually didn't like that print, so I was okay with changing it. Hi, Finn. Okay, all right, buddy. This is not the time. You got to go down, bud. All right. So I fixed that. And then on this pumpkin, on the small one, when I was doing one of the sides, I forgot to spread out the glue. So it's a little bumpy. So I'm using that side. It's this side here. I'm using this side for for the front because stuff is gonna get glued on top of it. So that way the back will look nice. So here is what they basically look like. I love, love, love the stems. The Spectrum Noir pens are amazing. They are so great. If you like sparkle, they are perfect. They're a little on the expensive side. I think a 3-pack is like $20 depending on the colors that you're getting, but for the value, they last a long time and they give you so much sparkle. They're really, really nice. So now I'm going to ink the edges. So I have a couple different inks here. I have some Colorbox Chestnut. I don't even know if they make Colorbox inks anymore, but they're really, really great. They have the cat's eye ones. They're actually they're shaped like an eye. I don't know if they make those anymore. And then I have a couple Tim Holtz by Ranger inks. I have the Gathered Twigs and the Walnut Stain. So I want to do each pumpkin in a different shade. So we'll see what I like best. Okay, let's see. That is really subtle. Well, actually, I kind of like that. Okay, I think I'm going to go with that for this one. Oh, it's kind of shredding my... I've had this for a long time. Look at what's happening to it. I don't know if it will last. We'll see. If not, I'll just have to change to a different one. I think it's all going to shred apart. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've probably had this ink pad for 20 years. I would venture to guess. And yeah, it's not liking being used. All right, so we're gonna ditch that one. Oh my gosh, I got shredded sponge everywhere. So now I know I can get rid of that. All right, so let's just keep rolling on with the Distress ink. So I'm gonna try the Gathered Twigs on this one and see how I like that. I love the Tim Holtz inks. My only issue with them is that the pads are really hard. So it's not giving me the same kind of edge that I want. So I am going to grab one of my little ink applicators here, and I'm gonna use that because I want it to be a little bit softer of an edge. I don't want it to be so hard. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Always have to be prepared to change plans. I have never seen an ink pad disintegrate before my very eyes, though. Let me know in the comments if you have ever seen that before or even knew it could happen. That was a surprise. I guess that's what happens when you keep ink pads for longer than you need to. You could use a sponge, you could use whatever you have. You don't have to use an actual ink applicator, although there are a ton in the market, and they do, you can get them for not a lot of money. I think I bought this set. This is in a set of 3, and I think it was less than $10. But a lot of people will use their fingers as well. I'm not really into that, but to each his own. Okay. All right, that looks great. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna do the other one. Get that dead sponge off of there. I'm still in shock about that. I must say, I am still in shock that that happened. All right, now this one, I'm gonna use the walnut ink. So it's a little bit darker. Now in Amber's example, she used white, probably paint, to distress the edges of her pumpkin, and that looked really cool too. Ugh. Those little pieces of sponge are getting everywhere. You could use any color. You could use black. You could use brown. You could use orange. You could use whatever floats your boat. I had such a hard time piecing these back together. I actually had to go back and look at Amber's finished project because I could not remember where all these pieces went. I had them labeled nicely to glue the paper on, but then I didn't label them again. So it took me a few minutes to figure out where everything went. I just love how the ink gives everything kind of a finished look and a very vintage grungy look as well. I love that. I use ink like this on pretty much everything, like in my scrapbooking, in my journaling. I just think it makes everything pop. Okay, perfect. All right. Ooh, I love, love, love these. Okay. These would actually even look good just the way they are if you didn't want to add anything else to them. But of course, I'm going to add other stuff to them. So right now I am going to glue all of the pieces on in place. And I'm just using regular Elmer's glue. I'm gluing wood to paper. So I think it will hold up fine. We'll see what happens. I don't want to use any more of the wood glue because it is kind of hard to spread. And so I'm gonna see how the Elmer's glue does. So I'm doing the tops and the bottoms first because they line up. They like go right against the edges. So that way I can properly put everything else on. So I'm just gonna hold this, help it catch. I'm gonna go to this one over here. So to give you a little more information about the maker's map, so Amber cuts all of her DIY kits from MDF. She has a special laser cutter to do that. And they are really well made. There are no burrs or splinters or anything sticking up. I ordered 13 kits at once. They were beautifully packaged and had all the pieces. All the pieces fit really well. They are really, really nice. So I'm very, very happy with these. So I think it might be a good idea to do the stripe pieces, the straight pieces first before I do the spindles, because these line up a little bit better. I'm applying the glue really thinly, as you can see. And she has signs, she has just decor pieces for every holiday, 4th of July, like patriotic stuff, Christmas, Easter, New Year's, Hanukkah, you name it. And she does do free shipping. The free shipping only comes with a $125 purchase. So to me, that's kind of steep. Like if you shop at Michael's or other places, you can get free shipping with $35, or some places even have $75. $125, I do think is a lot. I just do. However, I also understand the cost. These are, especially if you're ordering a bunch of stuff, these are heavy and they can add up, and it is pretty easy to spend $125 in her store if you like doing this kind of stuff, which I do. I do like coming up with my own ideas for home decor, but I also like putting things together that are pre-made. So this is perfect for me. Some of the other kits I bought was, I bought a patriotic sign. It's a flag. I bought a shelf. It's actually a little sitting shelf that you can put something on top, and then it has a shelf underneath. It's like a little bench type thing. And then I bought another bench type of thing, shelf thing. It has sort of like a Gothic window for the backdrop, and then there's a shelf in the middle and a shelf on the bottom. I can't wait to make that. I bought a sign hanger. So it has like a knob and you can hang signs on it. I bought that for in front of the fireplace in my bedroom. I thought that would be a nice addition to it. So there's that one. Love, love, love it. All right. So the top here, I'm not worried about at all because I am going to put a bow on there and some other stuff. So I'm not worried about that. All right, so now I'm gonna do this one. And like I said earlier, she does do discounts, which is really nice. And she does them often enough where you can, if it's not a sale time, you can save your cart and then go back and buy it when it is. And you can, her website will save things in your cart for a long time. Like I was looking before Memorial Day, and I kept my cart filled, and I kept adding things, and I kept it in there for quite a while, and it didn't change. It didn't move. It was perfect. So every time I went back, my cart was still there. So I like that. Some websites, you add things to your cart, and if you don't buy right away, it gets deleted. So I like that. And if you do order, if you do buy enough to get the free shipping, you have to use the code. So the code is free ship. So make sure you use the code, because you won't get the free shipping if you don't use the code. So just make sure to type in free ship in there. But I am definitely going to order again. I'm trying to hold off because, as I said, I bought 13 kits from her, and these are going to take a while for me to put together. It's not going to happen in a day or even in a weekend. So I want to make sure that one is not really holding. All right. So I do want to buy more, but I definitely think I need to hold off, wait till I make what I have, and then I can go ahead and buy more kits. But she's made a lot of new kits. She even has earrings, which I think is really cool. I bought a pair of her earrings. They're roses. Oh, they are so gorgeous. I'm probably gonna paint them pretty soon. I probably won't do that on video because it's not like it's a big exciting thing, just painting, but I will show you what they look like. I will do that. Okay, so here are my pumpkins. Oh, I love them. Oop, that is not, okay, I need some more glue on this. This is not. I gotta hold this down because it's not adhering. So I really love these. So the next thing I'm gonna do is embellish. So I have just want to make sure this is adhered really well because that was moving around. That one's moving around too. Maybe I should have used the wood glue. Who knows? Okay. All right, I'm gonna give that time to adhere. So I have a bunch of ribbons and cool pieces that I'm gonna add in. I'm gonna make a kind of not like a regular bow. I'll show you what I'm gonna do, and I hope it works out the way I want it to. And then I have a bunch of just random vintage little cardboard pieces and just some things I might use. I have this little thing that hangs, little pearls on the end. I have a little key. I have some little butterflies. And then I have a bunch of fall leaves. So if I decide I want to use these, I'm going to paint these in metallic colors, and then I will glue those on. And then I have, for the centers of the bows, I have so much stuff I've collected over the years. So I have some various buttons that I'm going to stick in the middle of the bow. So for that, I'm going to use hot glue. And I'm not decided. I haven't decided which ones I'm going to use yet. So I'm going to put these aside and let them dry. And so now I'm gonna make my ribbons. So let me take all this out. So this is stuff that I have collected for years, I would say. So what I wanna do is I wanna make just a bunch. So I'm gonna take strips and put them in and then wrap the center, probably with another piece of ribbon, and then fluff it out, and that will be my bow. So let's see, for the large pumpkin, yeah, and I can chop them down a little bit smaller. Okay, so that's going to be the large pumpkin. And then for the small one, okay, good, that glue is adhering now. Okay. I think I'll do right there. Okay. And if you're ever looking for a great pair of scissors, I have the Tim Holtz scissors. They're called the Tanis scissors, but these are fantastic. I've had them forever and they're really sharp. I've never had to sharpen them. They have nice big grips, so you can put all 4 of your fingers inside and get lots of control. These are lovely. I don't know how much they are. I bought mine probably 10 years ago. I'm not sure, but I've had them a long time. So now I'm just gonna take my random bits of ribbon and cut them to size. Some of these I like a little bit better than others, so some of these I may use more than one of. Some I'm not as jazzed about. I am putting green in here, so I have orange and black and some white and a little bit of cream. I don't know if I'm gonna use all these, so I just have them here. I'm gonna cut them, put them in, and see if I like how it looks. If I don't, I won't use it. Okay, that's fine. I'm really hoping to use up some of this. I have so much ribbon. And again, if you watch some of my other videos, you know that one of my goals is to use my supplies and use up stuff. So I really want to use up these ribbons, and then I can buy more. I really hope this works the way I have it working in my head. Don't know. Things always work out better in your head than they do in real life. And I'm gonna arrange these. I don't have them. Some of the bigger ones I wanna put on the bottom. I'm not gonna keep them on the top. I am cutting the edges on a slant, but I'm not being perfect with it at all. I don't even know if I'm gonna like the green in here. I may not. I love this ribbon. It's one of my favorites. Okay, looks like this one will only go in this bow. That's fine. I have had so much fun doing this today. It was such a dreary day. It's cleared up now. It's not raining anymore. It is clearing up. The sun is actually out. But on these kind of days, I just love getting creative, using my supplies, using stuff up. I don't even know if this is gonna work. It's so twisty. Some of these I have had, I can't even tell you how long. It's been a really long time. This one's kind of fraying at the end, so I'm just gonna put a knot. There, so hopefully it won't fray anymore. Yeah, I've just really enjoyed this. This week has been a rough week in a lot of different ways. So it's been just so nice just to sit here and be creative and get glue all over my fingers and just enjoy crafting, enjoy doing what I love to do. You could make a bow like this with, you know, one kind of ribbon or two, or with some raffia. So many different things you can do. Some of these ribbons I only have enough for the one pumpkin, and that's fine because that way they'll be a little different. Okay, I just put some velvet in there. All right. I love rickrack. I find that I don't have occasion to use it a lot, but I like it. A little bit of gold. I'm not a huge gold person, but I thought it would add a little bit of sparkle, and I'm all about the sparkle. All about the sparkle. If I can glitterize, put sparkle in something, I'm gonna do it. Okay. All right, hope this is gonna work the way I thought it would. So I'm just cutting another piece of ribbon, and I'm gonna wrap this around and tie it up. I've never made a bow this way before, but I just wanted to use up a bunch of my ribbons, so that's why I thought I would try it. Oh yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Okay. I'm just gonna knot this. I may have to trim it a little bit. This is for the small pumpkin, so I think it's a little bit, I think it may be a little long. Okay. I think I actually like the way it looks on this side for better. Okay. Oh, I like that. All right, it definitely needs to be shorter. It's a little too long. So I am going to cut this off a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, I like that. Yes, yes, yes. What do you think? Let me know. All right, I like that one. Now I'm gonna make my big one. I will probably have to cut this down too. All right, let me see if I have an extra piece. Yep. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna put this in there too. I'm using wider ribbon to tie this one, no particular reason. Okay. Yeah, that's fun. It's kind of going all over the place, but that's all right. Okay, let me tie that in a knot. I'm going to decide which side looks better, this side or the other side. Okay, that side. Oh no, definitely this side. Okay. Oh, you know what? I just realized I forgot to put in, all right, I have 2 other ribbons that I wanted to put in the big one. So I'm gonna untie this one. All right, nothing ever goes perfect. Okay. All right, this one, I love this. So pretty. And then I want to use this on the bottom. It's kind of an anchor. I think this I got at like Dollar Tree or something. I am almost positive. All right, here we go again. That was easy enough to undo. At least I hadn't glued anything yet. Ooh, nope, nope, nope. You stay there. I forgot to address one other thing I forgot to do when I was gluing was to put a junk piece of paper down, which I did halfway through. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting glue everywhere on my clear tablecloth here on my dining room table. And I'm like, no, 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 that's not going to cut it. So I did finally do it. Oh, that's gonna look so cute. Okay, I do need to cut it. I do need to trim it. I don't want to trim it as much though. I don't want it to be too short. I'm just trimming on an angle. Again, no like planned, nothing planned, nothing. Oh yeah, I like that. That looks great. I hope you can see that. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, but I really like that. So what I need to do now is I need to get my glue gun ready to go. So I have a Magic Fly glue gun. There it is. It's dual temp. I really, really like this glue gun. The glue is really strong. That came with it. And it has 2 temperatures, so it allows you to use it at a lower temperature or a higher temperature. The only thing I don't like is the stand. It's kind of in an awkward place. It doesn't quite stand right. It's just not a good stand at all. But otherwise, it works really well, and I think I paid less than $20 on Amazon for this one. So I'm gonna fire that up. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna decide on what button I want to use. I kind of like that black one. Oh, I kind of like that one. That might work. Okay. I have a lot of the same ones, so. I was also thinking of a knob, but I don't know. I think that, I don't know. I think that would be too much. Okay, I think I like this one for that one. And I think I like this one for the small one. Yeah. So now I can start planning the other decor. So I have these stickers. I got these from Dollar Tree. And I was thinking of these flourishes maybe on one of the straight, but I don't know. I think these are too fancy. Yeah, I don't think that's exactly the look I want. All right, so now I'm gonna see if I wanna put any of these leaves in. So I was thinking of doing a few leaves like this up here. So they would kind of sit underneath the bow, the ribbon. Okay, so let me hold that up. Oh, I kind of like that. I hope you can see it. What do you think? Yeah, I kind of like that. I think I might do that. I like that. And then on the small pumpkin, I might just do one because yeah, I kind of like that. All right, and then I was thinking of also putting in some other decor items. So this I can attach on, so I'm not too worried about that. But I was thinking about adding some of these other sort of whimsical vintage decor pieces on, just to add, I don't know, a little something something. I'm not exactly sure. So something like that. So I would have to build that before I put the bow on. And I'm gonna paint these. I'm gonna paint the leaves. Definitely. So I have some other signs. I also have this thing, these really cool birds, but I don't know, I think that's too big. Okay. Put that in there, and that in there, and then the leaves on top. I don't know. Maybe it's too much. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a little too much for all of that. So I like something like that. And then I have some little butterflies. So I can add like one butterfly on there. I think that might be better. Yeah. Okay, we got some hot glue going. All right, so I am going to just hot glue the button to, just trying to fix this so I can get the button to lay flat. Yeah, all right. Oh yeah, I like that. It's kind of an amber color. I really, really like that. All right, now I'm gonna do the other button. This one's flat, so I shouldn't have a problem. Okay, lovely. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause for a minute. I'm gonna paint these leaves and then I will come back and finish assembling. Okay, so I painted the leaves. So I used my Hoo metallic acrylic paints. These are amazing. I love, love, love these. They come in a box of 24 and they are beautiful. So I did these two copper. This one, I think it's Pearl Celadon green, and then this one was Pearl Chrysoberyl green. So now that they're dry, I'm going to add a little more rustic charm to them and just add some ink here and there. I'm just doing it directly from the pad. I don't want to put too much, just a little bit. Just rough them up a little bit, make them look a little more realistic. As we know, leaves in nature are not usually one color. All right, so so now I have my big pumpkin. And I am going to glue the leaves on. So I just want to decide exactly how I want them. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, I think that'll work great. Okay. And I'm using hot glue for this. Because I want these to stay in place. so those are the leaves. Now I'm just gonna add just a few little vintage touches. Just because that's me. That's what I like. I like to add a little bit more frou-frou in. Things can never be frou-frou enough as far as I'm concerned. I'm just adding that little vintage tag in there. I'm gonna add this little butterfly, and this was actually already 3D, so okay, so I think that's enough. I could keep going and going and going, but I know that is not always the best thing to do, that sometimes less is more. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick my bow on next. That's gonna go right above, right on there. And there is my large pumpkin. Oh, I love it. I hope you can see that. Sorry, I might not have held that where you could actually see it. All right, so there's the large one. So now I am going to, got a little green paint on there. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay. Now I'm going to do the stand. And the stand I'm gonna glue with hot glue as well, because I really want that to stay. I don't want that to move around. I hope I'm putting it in the right spot. We will see momentarily, because if this doesn't stand, then I am, oop. All right, I gotta get it in there. Oop. I think the paper made it a little bit wide. Okay. Well, you live and you learn. You learn something new every day. Okay, that's not gonna work. All right, so I am going to peel back the paper a little bit. so I can put that in there. That is not really working. Okay, so plan B. I'll fill this up with glue and stick it in there as best I can. All right. If there's a will, there's a way. All right, so I'm going to just let that, I'm just gonna hold this a minute and let that go. Okay. It's not really standing. All right, I'm gonna have to think about this. Well, it kind of stands. Okay, maybe you can see it kind of standing. I will take pictures and video of it finished afterwards, of both of them together. All right, we're gonna let that sit and dry, and I am going to, oh, I have one other little thing I want to add on that. I'm gonna flip that over because I got paint on the back of that one. So I'm actually going to add this somewhere in here. So it'll look like this. I will formally add it in, but the little pearls will be hanging somewhere like that. Just so you can see what I want, what my idea is. All right, so I'm gonna do the one leaf here. And I don't know what little bits and bops I can add. Okay, oh, I have a cute little 15-cent, that's cute. And then I think maybe that's enough. Okay. So this I'm gonna glue on here with Elmer's. Don't need hot glue for paper. Okay. I used a little too much glue. I just gotta wipe that away. All right, so now I'm gonna glue the leaf down. Okay. And now I'm gonna glue these on. I think this I'll do with Elmer's again. I'm not sure if hot glue would work with the paper, so I don't want to try it. All right. I just might need to hold that down for a minute. Okay. Now I'm gonna hot glue my ribbon. Okay, so nice big dollop of glue. All right. And there is the finished small one. I'm probably gonna fiddle with the bow a little bit with all the ribbons and kind of getting them where I want it to be, but that's the small one. So I'm gonna put the stand on again. The stand seems to be a little bit fickle, so hopefully I'll have an easier time of the stand on this pumpkin than I did on the other one. All right, let's see if that works. I don't know. No, okay. I was thinking maybe it would help if the little half piece was down a little bit, but that does not seem to help at all. Okay, I think that will stay up. So this is how the stand goes on like that. So I'm gonna stop for a minute. I'm going to readjust my camera and show you them standing, but here they are completed. I am so excited. Love how they turned out. It was so much fun making them, and I can't wait to display them with my fall and Halloween decor. So I'm gonna show you them standing in just a second. So here they are, and these are standing. They stand extremely straight. So it's a little weird. I was expecting them to lean back a little bit, but they stand very straight up, and this is how they look. I'm so happy with them. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some ideas and inspiration. I'd love to know about some of your fall crafting projects. And if you like decorating for fall and Halloween like I do, please consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to like it. It really helps me out. I'm getting closer and closer to my first 1,000 subscribers, and I am so excited and grateful. I never thought I would get this far, so I am really looking forward to that. So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you have a very wonderful and very crafty day. See you soon.